of the challenges is maybe they go and they buy the wrong tax lien, because there are mistakes that rookies can make. I'd hate to see you buy a tax lien on a piece of junk desert land that's never going to redeem. You get stuck with the property, and then you're up the creek with, without the paddle, right? Another cool thing about tax liens is you can create residual income. You can have the tax liens creating that interest rate up to 36%. It can be anywhere between 8 to 36%. Now, with tax liens, you do bid down the interest rate. However, if you know where to go, you can find some really great advantages. Now, the other advantage of real estate compared to other things is you can really take advantage of the tax code as far as it being utilized for real estate investors. You can do a 1031 exchange. So say you make your money in tax liens, or one of the properties doesn't redeem, you foreclose, you get the property, you sell it, you make $100,000, you can 1031 that into another property and roll it over tax-free, which is great. Another reason why I really like real estate is because you can just keep that rolling, you can refinance it, pull out the equity, and you don't pay taxes on anything that you refinance and go buy more. However, most people, if they're buying stocks or crypto, they're taking post-tax money and then buying these things that they have no control over, no collateral, et cetera, et cetera. So where do we go to get tax liens? It's pretty simple. Out on the West Coast, you're going to have, or in the West, you're going to have like kind of the middle. You're going to have Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, Arizona, South Dakota, Nebraska, Iowa. You'll have Illinois, Mississippi, Louisiana will have some as well. Florida does liens and deeds, which is great. Indiana, Ohio, New York does some tax liens, Connecticut. So there's tons of tax lien places that are happening out there. Some of the big ones are places like Arizona. They have a giant, or Maricopa County has tax lien sales every single year, and there's tens, 20s, thousands of these properties that are going up. And the cool thing about Arizona is as we speak right now, there are over-the-counter tax liens just sitting there that you can go and buy and get full interest rate on. The other cool thing is places like Alabama or Arizona. Say you find a tax lien that's been sitting there for 3 years. Not only can you buy it at full interest rate, but you can start foreclosing on it immediately. So this is why, in my opinion, tax liens are a great way to preserve and create wealth for yourself, especially during uncertain times. With all of the volatility, you should be getting into real estate. Now, the biggest thing that I see is a lot of folks are watching this channel, but they just don't take action, right? It's fun to watch videos, but to be fair, at the end of the day, unless you are taking action with what you're learning here, it's just a waste of time, right? You've just wasted time.